Okay, so let's go through these extra problems. We went all the way back to the first page. We are on it's 1C actually. So again, we're going to put the 1 mole of nickel here. That cancels out. We look at our periodic tables. We find out we have 58.7 grams of nickel. Multiply 0.456 times our 58.7, and we get 26.767 grams of nickel. Again, you run it single digit, 7.77, 26.78 would be acceptable too. All right, so germanium, we're going to put 1 mole of germanium on the bottom. We're going to look at our periodic table. We're going to find out that we have 72.6 grams of germanium here. We take our top, multiply it by each other, you get 0.411 grams of germanium. All right, so let's go down to some of these ones on the bottom. So lithium, again, we're given moles of lithium. We have 1 mole of lithium on the bottom. That cancels out lithium. We look at our periodic table to find grams, and I'm just going to kind of write in this box, it's 6.9 or 7 grams of lithium. Multiply the top by each other, you get 24 grams of lithium. And again, I'm using scientific notation. We have 2 significant digits, so I'm doing that there. Let's go down again. My thing wants to arrow down. It's been a little slow. I apologize for that. All right, here we go. Moles of arsenic. So again, we want to put our 1 mole of AS down here. Cancels out. We look at our periodic table. We find out that the molar mass of that is 75 grams of AS, which is equal to 3.375 grams of AS. And so again, we have to use the periodic table to find the molar mass. It's not a made-up number. It's really there. It's that average atomic mass. And so when we do compounds, we're going to show you that we have to get a little bit more. I apologize. It is just arrowing down so slow for me right now. Okay, so let's do these other 2 problems. Okay, so here we have atoms, and we're going to go to grams. So we use AB's number here, 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd. We put 1 mole here. Again, we're using this 1 mole of oxygen. We're canceling out atoms here and here. We got to put 1 mole here. That 1 mole, again, it's not always going to be 1 mole. We're doing that right now, but it's not always going to be 1 mole. We look at our periodic table. We find out that oxygen is 16 grams. It's 15.99999. We're just going to round that to a whole number. And then we're going to multiply the top using parentheses, dividing by the bottom, and you get 6.24 times 10 to the negative 2, and that's grams of oxygen. Okay, so let's go down and let's do one for lead. Whoa, we got some crazy stuff going on here. So, let's stop inking for a second, try to get this to go away. Good, it did. Okay, so let's do D here. Erase a little bit of this. Okay, so again, we have to put Avogadro's number 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd. That's going to be our atoms. A PB, again, canceling those labels out, 1 mole. A PB, or lead, on top. We have to put the same label down here, 1 mole. A PB, you're noticing a trend. What goes there has to go there. And then we're going to look at our periodic table, find our average atomic mass. You're going to see it's 207 grams of PB. Multiply the top using parentheses. I cannot stress that enough. You'll get the wrong number every time if you don't. But you get 1.91 times 10 to the 5th grams of lead. So with this, Let's go down. Let's do the last two problems on here. Okay. So now we're given grams. We're going to atoms. So we look at our periodic table. We find that magnesium is 24.3 grams. We put 1 mole on top. Canceling out here. We put 1 mole here. Again, whatever goes here is going to follow trend. Grams here. Remember, 1 mole is not always going to be 1 mole, but we're doing it now. And it's 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd. Oops, and my paper goes crazy. Multiply the top, divided by the bottom, you get 3.07 times 10 to the 20th atoms of Mg. Now, as you guys are going through these extra problems and stuff, if you want to pause the video at any time so that you can look this stuff up so it's not just me doing it, you sure can go ahead and do that. All right, so let's do our last one. Again, grams of zinc, so we got to find grams, Zn. Look at our periodic table. It's going to be 65.4. We're going to put 1 mole Zn up top. Again, canceling those labels out, noticing a trend here. 1 mole goes on the bottom. Here and here. Using Avogadro's number, because it's the only thing that can get us to atoms. 22 times 10 to the 23rd is equal to 3.13 times 10 to the 20th atoms of Zn. Okay, so those are the extra problems. Remember, you do have lab tomorrow. Go through them, pause this if you need to, work the stuff out, then see what the answers are. It might make it a little bit easier for you. All right, if you have any questions, please email me.